Hello friends and welcome back to the channel for war number 9 of season 38. Today we're taking on DSVG. DSVG having themselves a fantastic season. Really tough matchup for us. Team today looking a little different. We've got Hulkling and Mephisto joining Nimrod instead of the usual Ghost and Wasp team, but we're going to start out on path 9 anyway. Alright, first up we have this Vision AARKUS here on node 9. Now there are two ways I think you can approach this fight with Mephisto. It's basically a standard Vision fight because Mephisto is immune to incinerate and poison, so your biggest problem is the power gain. So the first approach, having said that, is that you can use your special 1 periodically throughout the fight, reapply Soul Imprisonment, keep the ability accuracy of his power gain buffs at 0. That's going to make the power gain much more manageable, of course. The problem with doing that is that you only get 3 special 1s before Soul Imprisonment stops working, because it consumes one of Mephisto's souls when you use it. And if you use up all of your souls and you take a bunch of damage, you don't get that emergency regen if you need it. So what I'm doing in this fight, maybe a little bit extra cautious than necessary. I popped an invulnerability boost here so that if he's being extra stingy and I'm taking special 3s, I have that those invulnerability charges backing me up, and then I have the emergency regen from my souls also if I need it here. So the power gain is not too bad in this fight here. Vision is being very cooperative as far as throwing the specials right away. I do think I instinctively try and dex a special 2 here coming up, which ends up wasting 2 of my 3 indestructible charges. I think right here, yeah. That's fine. I don't end up needing them anyways. He doesn't throw any special 3s in this fight, which is nice. And I think the next special 2 that he throws, I actually somehow, through sheer dumb luck, end up with a full dex here. So I think it's right here at the end of the fight here. Yeah. Okay, so I do take a blocked hit in the middle there, but that's that's pretty good. I'll take that over my typical strategy of just block the whole thing any day. And down he goes. Next up we have a Domino on node 18. I've already replaced my boosts, my mystic boosts, with tech boosts for this fight, but one thing I forget to do is that I forget to replace my invulnerability boost with a power start 1 boost. I don't realize it until I get into the fight here. Not a huge problem, just going to take a little bit longer than normal to get up to that special 2 and finish her off. Probably several cycles through the hazard shift node, which is fine as long as I pay attention to the icon up there. Remember which phase I'm in. Now she's in poison phase, we're safe to attack into her, so we want to get as much damage, as many hits in as we can while she's in this phase. Build up to that special 2 as fast as possible. She goes indestructible because we reached a bar of power. That's completely fine here. So now, again, we're backing off because of the incinerate phase. Again, being stuck in the corner with Domino is not too bad. Her heavy is very easy to fully dodge. Alright, there we go. We're going to fire off the special 2. The power back boosts do give us another bar of power, so she does go indestructible partway through it. Again, not a huge problem because we're already back up to another special 2. Do a special intercept there and finish her off. Pretty standard fight with Nimrod. Alright, next up we have a Terrax on node 26, and this is probably my favorite fight of the season so far. I'm going to pause the video here. Before we get into it, I want to set the stage a little bit. So first off, as far as masteries go, I did max out Coagulate just in case I got some bleeds on myself. Not required, but again, extra preparation always helps. Second thing is that normally on a conflictor fight, and especially in this one, we would use a House of X pre-fight. However, DSVG banned Magneto House of X, so there's a very real danger here of accidentally pushing him to an SP3 or extending the rock field and taking a bunch of damage from it in the corner. And then finally, Terrax is a conduit defender. Now we do get 1 free knockdown because the first conduit debuff is shock and Terrax is immune to that. But after that, we need Conflictor to eat the next conduit debuff, or we're going to be basically doing no damage here. Okay, so to start, we're going to intentionally trigger Conflictor with a parry. That's going to give me 7 seconds that I can use to safely parry after that. Terrax starts in shock mode. Hulkling is immune to shock, so we can use this first phase to build to our special 2. Unfortunately, it looks like we don't trigger very many shocks, so we don't get a lot of extra shapeshift charges. So that's, a little bit of an annoyance here. Okay, Rockfield has expired. We're ready to go here. So I accidentally trigger unblockable, and that actually poses a problem for me because it resets the number of hits that you need into the block to trigger it again. So I hit into his block 4 times here, and I realized that if I hit into his block a 5th time to trigger unblockable, it's going to push me to a special 3. So I back off, instead fire off the special 2 with 1 Fury. We have just enough power to get back to another special 2. And now this fight is pretty much in control. Conflictor has eaten the plasma debuff from that knockdown, the second knockdown there. Now we just need him to throw that SP2. We took a few hits there because he punched right through my block somehow. He throws the SP2, but I forget to remove his indestructible charges and instead just go for the special intercept, so it does not as much damage as I need it to. Cold Snap debuff, again, eaten by Conflictor, so we can safely go in with some basic hits, and one more special 2 finishes him off. Just an awesome fight. Felt really, really good to get that one down. Moving on, we have a significantly easier fight now than the previous one. We have a Weapon X on node 45. The strategy here exactly the same as it is for the other hazard shift nodes that you would take with Nimrod. Just parry a lot during the shock phase, build up those armors, build up those protocol charges, and wait till he switches into bleed mode for a big special 2. So when you do hit into him, you can see he's gaining rage pretty quickly. Not a problem here because our special 2 is going to be unblockable. Even if he goes unstoppable during the special 2, the shocks are still going to apply. And, you know, he dashes right in and taps us once, but it doesn't matter. He's dead. Last fight of the war for me is a mini-boss here. We've got a Penny Parker on node 53. Basically a standard fight with Hulkling. Just play stun immune. Hulkling's passive power gain will get around Polka Dot Power, so we don't have to worry about that. Just hit into her block a lot. I think my input drops there, and I can't dash back, so I do lose my indestructible boost. But in hindsight, that was really just, you know, being over-prepared because I'm never really in any danger of dying to this Penny Parker. Trying to bait out the special 1 because sometimes the special 2 can really catch you off guard. She likes to launch it like when you're mid-dash back, and it can definitely catch you. So just trying to stick to these special 1s here. You know, I'm comfortable at taking as long as I need to in this fight because I know that I have a huge advantage with a solid RPG counter to Penny. Just building up to that special 2, then we'll hit into her block a bunch, and then she will be dead. So her shield is down here, so we can get a few easy hits in. There we go. I'm unblockable. SP2, and it's not enough to kill her, unfortunately. So her shield is about to come back. Not a problem. We'll just build back up there. She triggers auto block, but we are immune to power burn. Hulkling just so good. Thought I was going to get the special 2 there. Doesn't matter. The special 1 ends up killing her. So overall, a very, very solid war for myself. 5 kills, 0 deaths, including what is definitely one of my favorite war fights, I think, of all time in that Terrax. So unfortunately, it was not enough. We got behind the 8 ball early in deaths, and it cost us the war. Our record falls to 5-4. Shout out to DSVG for playing really, really well. I think they only had like 3 deaths. So really, really good for them. I'm not sure where this lands us in terms of the standings. I haven't checked yet. It feels like we probably need to win 2 out of the last 3 to guarantee Masters. I don't know. We'll see how that shapes up. But either way, guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought about that Terrax fight. I'd love to hear from you. Remember to hit like, hit subscribe for more videos later. And as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.